short-term and long-term goals. We have a pretty aggressive timeline. Our first meeting is February 26th. We have a all-day kickoff meeting planned, and then we'll have a series of 4 half-day meetings this spring with the goal of this summer bringing an update with long-term and short-term goals to present to the board. This task force will be made up of people from a variety of lenses, because we think it's very important for us to consider multiple perspectives as we look at our needs and design. So we have invited teachers from all high schools, one teacher from each high school. All high schools have been asked to have an administrator participate. We've invited some Fern Ridge graduates, some family members of graduates, members of Superintendent's Action Team, curriculum coordinators, customized learning coordinators, counselors, Board of Education members. So again, trying to get the lens of many. And I think that's going to be critical is students and families who have participated in Fern Ridge in the past. I think that will be a critical voice at this. Carter Snow will be our facilitator for this. So similar how you saw Kevin, who facilitated our early childhood, we are excited that Carter will facilitate all of the meetings for this as we move forward. As this team of diverse stakeholders works on answering those essential questions, it's going to be important for them to also think about all the other initiatives and projects that are going on in Parkway, because an alternative learning experience, an alternative high school, can't stand outside of all of the other initiatives. So if we look at the progress monitoring and intervention action team, what's going on there and what's going on in the building response model. So each of our high schools have, in the past couple of years, designed systems to respond to students who are not being successful. So now that that's in place, what does that mean for an alternative high school? So we have to keep up with what's going on with that as we're studying. The Experiential Learning Task Force will be kicking off tomorrow, and so experiential learning, and what does that mean in an alternative setting? So those will kind of have to come together at some point. Professional learning communities, and now that our teachers are becoming more skilled at data analysis and responding and leaning on each other to learn and perfect differentiation skills in the classroom, what does that mean now for an alternative setting? Missouri Options, as we look at hopefully for the 15-16 school year, having virtual courses available for our students to take. What impact would that have? So all of these other things, we'll have to think about the connections to them as this task force works. So this task force is about mission. It is about ensuring all. And so that is the focus, is now that we've moved forward and that Fern Ridge has continued to change and respond to the needs, now let's do a more in-depth look and set some goals for the future. So questions and conversations, and Desi and Becky can also help answer those.
I think as a board member, we've all heard from many, many parents whose kids attend or have attended Fern, and they are the most appreciative parents, every single one of them. And it's just such a wonderful school, and I think it's very important we do this, but we can't lose that because it's a very special place.
I think honestly, I think there has been some concern that what is this leading to? Are we talking about drastic changes, right, closing? I just want to say, I don't want to preempt the work of the group, but the intention going into this isn't to take opportunities away or to close Fern Ridge, right, but to look deeply at it and see what changes have to be made. But you're right, there's wonderful tradition here. There's been a lot of great success stories, so we certainly want to build on that.
And our job is to turn everything upside down and look at it, and so that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
I think we look forward to hearing the results of the task force findings. Thank you.
Our goal is to come back to you just like the early childhood and have some really exciting strategies,
yes,
and
okay,
because we think that was a good model, and we think this is similarly built.
All right. Okay, the question is, can you fill the room like they did tonight?
Okay, Desi, are we going to fill the room? I think we will.
Yeah.
All right, good. Thank you.
I'll wear a green sweatshirt. Fernie's at heart.
All righty, I think we're going to go on now. Here comes the fun part. 4.0 work session. There is none tonight. 5.0 Call for special meetings, none. 16.0, call for executive session on March 12, 2014. May I have a motion and a second that the Board of Education call for an executive session on Wednesday, March 12, 2014, at 6 p.m. and/or immediately following the regular meeting at Central Middle School for the purpose of considering, 1, legal actions, causes of action, or litigation involving the district and any confidential or privileged communication between the district or its representatives and its attorneys, 610.021.1. 2, hiring, firing, disciplining, or promoting of particular employees by the district when personal information about the employees discussed or recorded, 610.021.3. 3, preparations on behalf of the district or its representative for negotiations with employee groups, including any discussion or work product, 610.021.9. And 4, individually identifiable personnel records, performance ratings, and records pertaining to employees or applicants for employment, 610.021.13.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Applebaum?
Yes.
Mr. Applebaum?
Yes.
Mr. Jacob?
Yes.
Mrs. Mogerman?
Yes.
Dr. Ciartino?
Yes.
Mrs. Feldman?
Yes, thank you. Motion carries 6-0. 17.0 recess, 18.0, we are going to go back into our closed meeting, and I need a motion and a second to adjourn the regular meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 6-0. Thank you, and good night.